Here we are in Canada, land of the Canadian Grand Prix, and the maple tree, and the bison, and the beaver. I'll tell you, there is lots and lots, huge amounts of beaver in Canada. So, here we are then, first time in a long time, I'm actually doing a normal race, and in this one, I am at the back of the grid. So, we leave now, and I'm going to apologise off the bat for the god-awful steering at the start of this Grand Prix. I was texting on my phone, not exactly concentrating where I was going, and I'm all over the show. It's a good job I was at the back of the field. But we approach turn one now, and what you've just seen belongs on Paranormal Activity. What a horror story that first corner was. What a massive horror story. Suppose well, it serves me right for not really concentrating on the Grand Prix. But nevertheless, P11 out of 11. Haven't lost any places technically. Haven't gained any though, which is disappointing. And we're going to look to try and recover some positions. Maybe get a podium finish. Top 5. Two cars out there on that straight. And I'm straight up into P8. Because those two cars were smashed out in the middle of the complex. And I managed to overtake a Mercedes who might get back past me as we go towards the chicane here. He's going up my inside. You can see the 3 arrows on the right there. And you can see him in my wing mirror just sticking his nose in down my inside. But no, he's not managed to get through. But he's thrown it down the inside now, side by side as we exit the thing. And I could have buried him then. I could have thrown him straight into the wall. But thankfully I gave him enough room and he's still in this race. Is he going to launch it down my inside? Yes, he is. There's a car on the left-hand side out there up into P7. And there's another car that's rejoined the track. It's an Italian in a McLaren. I'm going around these outside as we go towards the final chicane. And I found P6 from P11 in one lap. And you can see the McLaren in my left wing mirror now, just sat behind me, waiting to throw it down my inside into chicane. Is he going to? Yes, I've been smashed in the rear. I've smashed the wall of champions. There's a Lotus Renault going at about 4 miles an hour in the middle of the road, and the McLaren smashed into the back of them. Now those two are looking very nosy. It's a Frenchman and an Italian. I've hit the back of the McLaren. I'm going to the outside of the McLaren. Two cars have just thrown it down my inside. The Mercedes has gone miles too deep, and he's now pushed me wide. I'm off the track, all four wheels on the gravel. I've lost 4 positions in 2 corners, man. That's so frustrating. But one of the cars has decided not to turn that chicane and has gifted me back P8. And there's 2 cars ahead of me looking fairly omnious omnious, is that even a word? Please tell me if omnious is a word in the comments section. But the Italian McLaren is looking vulnerable as I go around. He's outside, lap 2 out of 3 in the second sector. I'm going through his inside into this corner. He's gone for the cutback. Have you seen that outrageous move from him? He's completely bamboozled me, so much so that I completely missed the chicane, and he's overtaken me. So, well, you've got to credit where it's due. He's had me there. He really has just absolutely blown things way out of proportion with that move. So all the curves being used on the exit of that hairpin. P8 out of 11 still sat behind the McLaren, hoping to get past with just over a lap to go. I should be able to get past him, really. With over a lap to go, I'm reeling him in. I've hit him in the back a bit there, but he was braking very early. Ridiculously early, in fact. Someone else has set the fastest lap of the race, obviously. Someone in P1, so nothing to do with me. And we set off in this final lap, 0.573 seconds behind this Italian. He's gone a little bit wide on the exit of turn 2, but I've had a bit of a fishtail moment, so I haven't been able to capitalise. But he's still looking pretty vulnerable. I've got the full battery of curves to deploy as and when I feel, probably on the exit of the hairpin. With almost 2 sectors to go now, reeling him in. We're going to see the gap as we approach sector 2 now. What's the gap? Is it down? It's down to 1.47 from 5 point something something, and now it's 0 seconds because I'm inside his rear tyre, and now I'm going to the left-hand side as we approach the chicane, and P8 still P8 going around his outside. That's not going to work. I don't think I'm going to get through this way, and it's a failed attempt as we get towards the hairpin. So the final frontier, shall we say, of trying to get past him here is going to be at this hairpin, and I'm going to go for it now. Round the outs, inside, it's side by side. Corner cutting I was apparently, but he's got away, and I've used all my curves, and it's going to have to be pretty wild and desperate if I'm going to get past him now, which is really disappointing because I should have had him. I should have had him in this lap. I mean, what a shame. Anyway, going round the final chicane. Have I got him? I might have actually had him there, but no. No, there's no way I'm getting past on that final chicane. It's going to be impossible. And I've finished the race in P8, starting in P11, so Well, penalties have got me up to P6, but still quite a disappointing afternoon. Nevertheless, thank you for watching. Goodbye.